The Parisian lifestyle, what does that evoke to you? Yes, delicious pastries, bread, gâteau, patisserie, pain au chocolat, and croissant. But what do we need to make this so delicious? We need some butter. So how about today we make butter? No, do not panic, do not get scared. This is actually the easiest recipe I ever made on the channel. And we're getting close to 50, so we've made quite a few. So today we're going to experiment with this. And all you need is some heavy cream and, if you wish, some salt. So we're gonna do it. But first, you need to subscribe and then we're gonna get cooking. Let's go. Alright, so to make butter we go. We're gonna start by taking our heavy cream, make sure it's at least 35% fat. We're gonna add it to our mixer and we're gonna start whisking it. It's gonna go into a different stage. At first, obviously it's gonna be like whipped cream, exactly like you would do it, and you're gonna see how it's gonna start to transform. At first it's gonna over whip, it's gonna start to turn a bit yellow, and then it's gonna start to separate the water from its fat. And after a while, probably 10 to 15 minutes, this is what we're getting. Is that not beautiful? So now that we have our butter and then our whey is separated down below, I'm going to get my mixer and I'm still gonna pour the whey through the sieve because the whey is actually something delicious, something nutritious, and we can use it into dressings. We can do many things. But I'm going to take the fat and take it out of my whisk attachment, okay? So we're gonna take it all out and then I'm gonna start pressing it because there's still a bit of water in it. So gently, I don't want the butter to go through, but I'm going to tap it and you're gonna see some water is going to start to be extruded. When I'm happy with it, I'm gonna place in some really cold water, in clean water, and I'm gonna start massaging it. So basically, all the whey residual that could still be in the butter is gonna start to come out, and you're gonna see the water is gonna start to turn a little bit cloudy, and that's because there's still some whey in it. And while my butter is sitting in the cold water, I'm just gonna place my whey into a little ramekins because I'll be using that this week. Alright, so now I'm gonna take my butter, I'm gonna press it one more time to extract the water, and I'm gonna place it on some cheesecloth, and I'm gonna spread it as thin as possible, and I'm gonna season it with some delicious melon salt. It's better to use a finishing salt, but that's just my liking. Then I'm gonna roll it over itself, just to make sure the salt is nice and even and smooth all across our little dome of butter. Then we're gonna roll in the cheesecloth, and I'm gonna twist it to make sure any residual water or whey that could be in the butter is going to be extracted. At this point, I'm happy we can start molding our butter. I'm going to place my little motte of beurre between two sheets of parchment paper, and I'm gonna start what we call façonner in French, which really means we're gonna give it a shape. So I'm gonna grab my rolling pin and I'm just gonna start flattening it and turning it into a square-ish. Once I have that, I'm gonna be more precise and grab my pastry cutter, and I'm gonna be doing a square, rectangle. You could also do a round. You could really give it whatever shape that you want, but I want it to be as close as possible from the square of butter that you get from the store. But this one is way better. Not better, better. Then I'm gonna wrap it, and then it's time to place it in the fridge, which will make it harden. But in my case, I'm only gonna leave it for about 15 minutes because I'm going to devour it. So I'm just gonna grab it, I'm gonna place it on some toast that I just put it into my grille-pain, and I think it's time for us to give it a try, shall we? See, it's true what they say. There really is nothing better than butter. If you enjoyed this recipe, very short, only 2 ingredients. Please like, comment, and subscribe. The recipe will be in the description below, even though it's just cream and salt, but trust me, this recipe will change your life and maybe your tummy, but just eat it with reason. I will see you in the next episode, and if you love me, I'm going to have a slice. A real Frenchman only eats butter.